Hello friends, it's Alyssa here. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be another All About Gabby video. And as you can tell from the title, we are going to talk about what to feed your guide dog / service dog when they have allergies. Now I will start off by saying I am not a vet and I'm just going to be sharing with you some research that I've done over the years. And this doesn't mean that you have to feed your dog what I'm saying to. It's just my opinion and what I've learned and what I think. So let's get started. So if you didn't know, I have a guide dog. I am blind and I have a guide dog named Gabby. She's a black lab. And part of being a lab is that labs have floppy ears, which is really cute. But the issue with that is that they get ear infections because their ears are always closed over each other, like folded over. So when it just gets more infected in there. Whereas like a German Shepherd or a dog with pointy ears, they don't get as many infections. So with labs, they're always prone. And Gabby, ever since I've gotten her, when I first got her, almost a year and a half ago, she had an ear infection during class. And then when I brought her home, she was having such bad ear infections that, she would smell like really, really bad, like this almost like yeast kind of smell. And she's always was scratching and always rubbing and it was horrible. She was miserable. And I can remember like a week or two after I came home from training, I had to take her back to the vet clinic, and they had to sedate her, like literally sedate her to clean out her ears because they were so bad. So it was really, really unpleasant for her. And so I started doing some research because my previous guide dog had those problems too, and I was never able to fix them. So I started doing some research, more than I usually have done. And I found that dogs were never created to eat grains. Now, what I mean by that, now they're domesticated. So now, dogs can handle grains. Some dogs can handle eating foods with grains, like rice and things like that, starches. But when dogs were created, dogs were not always domesticated. They used to be wild, obviously. And they would just eat meat. Like literally, dogs would find meat and eat it. So they are not used to digesting like rice and potato and starch and all that kind of stuff, like corn and all that. They're not used to that. So, and some dogs have, gotten used to it, but a lot of dogs' digestive systems are only used to digesting protein and fat. And so because of that, a lot of dogs get allergies. And when Gabby was having all of her problems when she got home from class, she was eating a food called Purina Pro Plan chicken and rice. Now, I'm not here to say Purina is a horrible food. I'm just here to say that it wasn't working for my dog. She was really, really smelly and itchy and all those things. And so basically what I did is I did an experiment and I started putting her on a grain-free food. I started with a brand called Origin, which is a great brand. It's a little pricey, and it actually didn't end up working for Gabby because it was very, very rich. It was, very, very, a little bit too high in protein. You want to look for foods that are a little bit higher in protein, but then there's a point where it can be too high for your dog. So she got sick on it. But then I found a food, what she eats now, called Signature, and it is grain-free and potato-free, so there's no starches, nothing that's going to, feed her yeast infections that she had. No fillers. The problem with kibble is that kibble is made with a lot of fillers, just like our food. They put like a lot of starches and things to hold it together. But the problem with that is that can cause the allergies. So I think some of Gabby's problems are environmental because she still has a little bit of ear problems here and there. She'll itch them or whatever. But ever since I put her on Signature, she's on Signature lamb and chickpeas. So there's no rice. The carb in her food is chickpeas, which is very, very low, and it's not a grain. It doesn't have any starches or fillers in it like that. It's a low carb sort of thing. So the only things in her diet or in her food are lamb. The first 4 ingredients I think are like lamb, have to do with lamb. So what to look for is if your first 3 or 4 ingredients of your food have protein, that's a good sign. And the protein and fat should be a little bit higher than, say, your store-bought Purina from grocery store types of foods. So I would just look for higher protein foods for your dog. And I'll tell you right now, when I switched her onto that, like I said, her ears still have a little bit of problems here and there, but she doesn't itch as much. She doesn't bite her paws as much because she used to bite her paws a lot. And yes, I do clean her ears and wash her feet here and there, but her problems are not nearly as bad. I haven't had to take her to the vet in a long time. So the grain-free didn't solve all her problems because, like I said, I believe she still has a little bit of environmental allergies, but I believe that the grain-free has helped her and made it better because grains, they are an inflammatory, they inflame. So if she has allergies, by eating grains, it can make her swell up and make the allergies worse. So now that I've eliminated grains, she's a little bit better. And if I can help just a little bit, that's what we want. Also, some dogs are allergic to poultry. And Gabby's been on chicken her whole life before I switched her to lamb. Either chicken, turkey, or duck, which is poultry. And what I've learned is that dogs develop an allergy to things they're on for too long. So I will be switching her protein after about a year. But I tried taking her off of poultries. So that's why she's getting lamb. So no chicken, no turkey, no duck. And it has definitely helped. So that's just my little tidbit of information for you. Just some research. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. I'm just telling you what worked for Gabby. So if you have a dog with allergies, try grain-free. So, no rice, no potatoes, grain-free and starch-free. Okay, so you would want something that has chickpeas, garbanzo beans, lentils, things like that, instead of your rice or potatoes and things like that. Okay, that is all I have for you for today. I'm gonna try something fun right now that you guys might enjoy. So I have Gabby, my guide dog, down here to my right, and I'm going to offer her, because she's been so good, I have a couple of her signature lamb kibbles in my pocket right now, and she knows it. She's been looking at me the whole time, and now they're in my hand. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn toward her and offer her a treat. Gabby, do you want a treat? Sit. Come here. Sit. Good girl, stay. Okay. Good girl. Oh, she's so happy. She's so happy. Thanks you guys for watching. I hope you have a great day. Bye.